Good morning. Sorry, Kay.
No, not at all.
Talking about things like that this hour of the morning. This is a really interesting story, the first one up, because it kind of annoys me as it unfolds that somebody actually was overlooking an MP's shoulder on a train and filming things.
That's how I feel.
There's a little bit of thing about that.
Tell us the story.
Well, you can tell us the story,
OK,
actually, because tell us the whole... How did it all unfold? What happened?
So what happened was there was an MP that was on the train working and responding to one of his constituents about Gaza, I think, and someone took a photograph of him working and then posted that picture. So I think that's the real story. I think that's an invasion of privacy and totally unacceptable. The question is, should you be using ChatGPT to respond to constituents? So what I thought I would do is ask ChatGPT what it thought.
That's a good idea, OK. What did it say?
It says, keep a human in the loop to verify accuracy. It does offer a quick tool to free up time, so the MP can then do other work as well. But ChatGPT does find regional dialect a challenge. So if it was chuffed, it wouldn't know what that meant.
I see.
You know, but always to use it as an assistant, but always check it with a human as well. For now.
Having been an MP, I'm very sympathetic to this Labour MP, Mike Reeder. He's the MP for Northampton South, and he was using a software programme that is used by other MPs. It's called Caseworker. Apparently, it's quite commonly used at the Commons, and it provides basic information. Now, when I was an MP 30 years ago, it was before the existence of email, and you got maybe 50, 60 letters a week, and you could actually read each one individually, and you could write a reply. Now, because of email, you can get on an issue like Gaza, very controversial, very worrying, troubling, you can get thousands of emails. No human being could reply to each one. So actually what you do is you get a computer to help you. So long as you've actually read the information, checked it, you're comfortable with it, and what you're sending out actually reflects your views, I think this is a perfectly valid thing to be doing.
Use it as a tool.
Exactly.
Which I do agree. Part of me would say, why didn't he have a screen protector on his laptop? Because you can get those things that mean that other people can't see from a certain angle, only you can.
But he's literally behind him. So
But what a world to live in, where you need screen protectors and when you can't actually be doing your work on a train. Bless him, he was actually trying to work all the time, and somebody's saying, oh, it's an MP. Oh, we don't trust MPs. I mean, it's amazing, I think, that anybody agrees to be a Member of Parliament. I say that, and I have a daughter who is one. Extraordinary.
It's an incredibly rude thing to do.
I think so.
It really is. And I guess the person felt they were kind of fighting for the common person out there. But filming other people on trains or planes or whatever it is not acceptable. I know that's not the story here. Do we presume then everybody's using ChatGPT for everything these days? It's just...
Well, the other tools are available as well, but I use it a lot.
I don't use it. I mean, I've tried to use it, and quite interestingly, you could say to ChatGPT, I want to write a 5-minute speech for a wedding using the voice of Kay Burley. And there's enough of you out there that it could actually use the kind of phrases you use. I've done that with my own name, saying I want to do a speech, and it doesn't give you, I mean, it gives you certainly something that's serviceable.
Yes.
But it isn't you. No. The human touch is what you need.
Yeah.
And I hope that this particular MP, writing about Gaza, would add a PS saying, these are the facts and figures. My own instinct is such and such.
Exactly.
You know.
AI is never going to tell stories about boiled eggs and socks.
No, it's not.
Maybe it will.
Well, now it's out there, it possibly will.
So we're feeding it all the information. That's maybe the only thing I sometimes worry is that we're giving... Why is it free? I always ask that question. Why is it so free? And then it makes me think we're training it to be as smart as... or smarter than humans.
But you can tell. If something has been written by AI, you can tell. As you said, it doesn't have the personal touch.
No, currently. Yes. Hopefully it won't.
It can write a sonnet like Shakespeare, but it can't write the first sonnet that Shakespeare wrote.
OK. Yes.
Why not?
Yeah, no, fair. No, I get you.
That's a fair point.
It lacks the human genius.
In defence of the person who took the photograph, they say, we voted for a human, we want replies from humans. That was their point of view, and that's why they took the photograph. But, hey.
Yeah.
You decide. That's what we're here for.
It's
Open up the forum,
one.
discuss it at the water cooler in the kitchen, wherever you want.
Well, I think this one's going to wind people up. Should we talk about this pub in Waterloo? Yeah. That has started a bit of a debate online now because it's added a 4% optional but service charge for any drinks that customers order at the bar. So...
Pull the other one.
Hey.
Very good. But, I mean, I've had that experience in America where you've gone to the bar, you've asked for a drink, they give you the change back in dollars, presuming you will leave a couple as a tip. But I think I've gone all the way to the bar to get the drink, and the barman's just done their job, surely. Yeah. Where are we at with tipping?
Well, I feel that you shouldn't be expected, but then we disagree on the fact if you get table service, I don't think that should be on the bill. I think that should be discretionary, and that money should be given to your waiting staff.
Yes.
Because you don't know whether... I mean, they do say that the money is going to go to the waiting staff, but where's the proof of that? So, you know, I'm just a cynical old hack.
At the bar, it seems strange to be asked to pay a service charge.
Yeah.
But if you are... Our local pub's a gastropub. If you sit at a table and there is service, then I think that is acceptable.
Of course.
What now is happening, though, and indeed I think it happens at this very pub, is they say we've included an optional service charge of 12.5%, and then the thing comes to you to pay, it says, would you like to give a tip as well?
Yes.
Oh, that's naughty.
And then it offers you 5%, 10%, 15, 20. And the person is standing there holding this thing in front of you, and you think, well, is it a bit mean to put 5%?
Yeah,
so
you
I better
feel
put
mean.
10%. And I've already actually paid 12.5%. It's all a bit much. I wish it was all included. I want the whole package. I find it very difficult.
There's a little skip button in the corner of those screens. It's very tiny. Just press skip. In the States, though, you tip the barman or barwoman, but they will buy you back a round.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm very well versed in this. Yeah, that's the great
I
thing.
don't think they always do, do they?
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, nearly any good bars I go to, you sit up there and you spend the night there and your big tip at the end, they buy you a few rounds. Great crack.
But then it should be more like that, I think, where it is a case of you've wanted to tip, you've chose the amount yourself.
Exactly my point.
Yeah.
Exactly. By its very nature, bar service is self-service, isn't it? You're going to the bar and you're carrying your own drinks and wandering back to your table. If you think you've had good service, you can give them a few quid at the end of the night.
There is a generational difference, too, particularly when it comes to taxis. Young people, my children, grandchildren, would never dream of giving a tip in a taxi. More mature people, like me...
I always tip.
Well, and you're not...
always
tip
the
really?
cabby.
Well, there we are. Even not so mature people, like Kay.
He's very sweet.
But my instinct there is, I've got to the age now, where somebody opens the door and helps you with your luggage, then certainly a tip is called for. But they just sit in the front. And you get there and you're struggling in and out. You think, well, why am I giving this extra 10%? What am I giving it for? It's difficult.
And the real difficulty now is we don't carry cash.
I was just thinking the same.
Like, what do you do? It's so embarrassing. So you just end up kind of doing your own thing.
With cash, you just rounded up, didn't you? You'd been in a cab and you say, keep the change. It was that kind of vibe.
And it's quick and easy.
Yeah.
Instead, you've got to make a choice.
Yes.
Gazing at this little machine. Am I being generous? Am I mean? Oh, I can afford it. Go on. And then it goes ping and it doesn't register.
Yes.
And then you've got no money and you've got no cash. And then you have to say, take me home. I hope my wife is in and she may have the money for you. Oh, life is complicated.
Life's difficult. These are first world problems. They really are. Is revenge ever worth it, Kay Burley?
Well...
A spiteful nurse has narrowly avoided jail time after replacing her ex-partner's conditioner with hair removal.
I know. I know. And, you know, I think it's totally unacceptable what this nurse did, and she's a nurse, and we should be able to trust nurses. Appalling. I think she got 12-month sentence suspended for 18 months. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. And I think I would have counted this as certainly assault. I don't think that's exactly what she was charged with.
The judge said, what a mean, nasty and spiteful thing to do. This was far beyond any normal range of behaviour.
Yeah.
Which is why she was also due 250 hours of community service.
Yeah.
She clearly committed an offence.
Yeah.
But it's extraordinary. Is revenge a good thing? Have you ever, forgive me intruding into your private life, but has revenge ever been part of your story, Kay Burley?
Let's all stare at them.
I did tell the researcher a little bit earlier on that I did once fall out with a boyfriend who behaved rather badly. I was much younger then.
It's hard to believe.
And so I did sew frozen prawns into the hem of his curtains.
Oh, that's funny. So they just went off and it's stunk.
Let's savour this. Kay Burley sewed frozen prawns into the hem of his curtains so that gradually, over time, the stench would emerge and nobody could find it because they were sewn into the hair. My gosh, you are the queen of revenge.
Petty revenge is quite funny in that term, because it's not really harmed anybody.
Sorry, petty revenge.
Petty revenge is not hurt anyone.
She's getting prawns, she's getting out her sewing kit. She's finding when the flat is empty so she can sew them in.
I lived there at the time. It was on the way out. It was
you moved out before 3 days were over.
I'm much older now, and now I just sit by the river and wait for the bodies to float by. I don't need to do that sort of thing anymore.
I went on a ski trip and I had to share a room with my mate Durham, who snored for 3 days. So on the last day, I got all the salamis and meats off the counter and I hid them in the lining and ski jackets have all these pockets in his bag. Literally pounds of salami and cold meats hidden everywhere. He didn't get all of them.
It didn't get on.
Win.
Rumour has it to this day he still stinks of salami.
But the problem with revenge is it's no fun, and you got to tell someone you had, and that's the big flaw in revenge, trying to keep it to yourself, right?
I've just told
You've just overshared.
You've told the world, honestly.
What about you?
I think, almost actively against revenge. I mean, I'm not very good at revenge, because, as we know, as I think it was Arthur Balfour said, nothing matters very much, and most things don't matter at all.
Hey.
So the truth is, you know, this too will pass. Because the thing about the feeling of revenge is it makes your stomach churn. I have occasionally got into bed at night with either anger or distress at something somebody's done. And you lie there and you think, where are the acid reflux pills? Because you're feeling awful. And just, you know, give it up, open the palms and just lie there and it goes away. So I think...
Oh, I felt pretty good about the prawns.
I think you did. Can I say, here we are, 25 years later, and you're still relishing this story. And you may have said, there's going to be an epidemic of people doing this now.
You'll probably be ringing me later.
Yeah.
It was you!
It was you!
Oh, yes.
I love
Do you think it was the guy that he put those sausages in there?
Yeah, I was Big Derm. He's all right with that kind of thing.
Yeah,
He's fine.
can handle it.
Have you ever been...
I'm a bit like you, where I think I've had so many internal conversations. I've had enough arguments with my shower head, you know what I mean? Things I wish I'd said.
Yeah.
And if I could have said that and I'd said that. Once I get that out of my system, it's kind of gone. Yeah. And I go, oh, I'm glad I didn't say anything now. Yeah, let karma work it out. I always think karma gets everyone in the end.
Karma does get it.
Let it happen. Let them do it
Sometimes
themselves.
it takes a long time.
Yeah,
I mean, years later.
It does eventually, though.
Yeah.
And I look forward to reading the rest of those details of your story in the papers over the course of the day, Gaver. Are you, it's a message to all of you at home, anyone, are you stuck in a job that makes you miserable? If so, you aren't alone. A new survey has revealed that millions of us are stuck, millions of people, not us, millions of people are stuck in a job that they don't want to do anymore.
It's not just a job. I think it's a life they don't want to do anymore. You know, you just get fed up. My wife a few years ago said, I'm not cooking another meal. I've done this, 3 children, 7 grandchildren, no more, no more. I'm just not doing it anymore.
Good for her.
And she then went out and she joined Citizens Advice Bureau, became an advisor, went to a different part of London, did it 3 days a week, and loved it for several years.
Wow.
So it's quite exciting to do something new and different. Change is the salt in the soup of life. People say don't rock the boat. But actually, you don't want to be in a rut. A little gentle rocking does you good. Get out of your comfort zone and do something new.
It's a scary thing, though, Kay. I think, like, you know, especially in the climate of today, you're not sure what the next job would be.
Well, you try. Unless you try, you don't know. I mean, I never took a gap year when I was 17. I'm now in the middle of my gap year.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's great. I'm in my gap year. We should all aspire to have one at some point. It's
and
great.
then one moves on to a portfolio career, don't you?
Well, you may do.
Yeah. Well,
which means doing a variety of things.
Yeah, so you use the skills that you had. So I was a journalist, then I worked in radio, then I worked in television, then I was an author and I was, you know, a TV presenter and a travel writer. And all of those skills I can bring to the next stage in my career. I was thinking either an Olympic athlete, great, or a pole dancer.
I love this.
Or both.
Today, Kay, it's headlines galore. They're going to have a field day, pole dancing, sewing prawns into
but will you have
curtains.
He
time
had
for
a
it?
different view. Your view was that I should do what?
Well, when you mentioned being a pole dancer, I'm afraid I thought of the word porn, reminding me of prawn, and then I thought, yes, she should start a prawn factory called Revenge Unlimited with Kay Burley. I will supply prawns for you to sew into the curtains of your ex-partners. That's the way it goes. But doing something new is...
Hugely.
The point is, this is a good idea.
4 in 10 millennials want out of their current job but feel they're too old to switch lanes. And here's the conundrum. Do you stay in your comfort zone or do you try something new? Well, maybe, you know, let's be honest, you get into your 50s, there aren't people screaming for you in the job front. You know, it's slightly different.
You have...
Well, they are, like, I know, I'm there. You know, you have to fight for everything.
Well, I'm in my 60s and I'm sat here with you guys.
I know.
You have to try something new because the world has changed.
Yes.
When I was a boy, people of my father's generation, you joined a bank and you stayed with that bank from 17 or 18 until you retired at 60.
Yeah.
That world is gone forever. So you've just got to accept the change that is happening. And you don't necessarily, if you've planned carefully, don't necessarily need to have another job that may pay you what your last job paid you. You could do something different. I know somebody who's become a lollipop person.
Oh, nice.
And gets huge satisfaction. They get very little money, huge satisfaction from every day, getting out, getting some fresh air, and feeling they're helping the community.
Yeah.
And they meet people. One of the really challenging things I find of being older is loneliness. Most of my wife's girlfriends now are widows. And it's quite bleak being a widow. So if you don't get out to meet people, to do something new, to do volunteering, you can be a little bit sad and lonely. So I'm all for this. Do something new.
Yeah, I think back yourself as well. I think if you've been in a company for a long time, it can make you feel like you wouldn't survive anywhere else, or there isn't life outside that building. And it is surprising what work you could get. You're a skilled person. Years of that work pays off. You know, it's a skill that other people won't have.
How many years were you with Sky News?
36.
Oh, wow. 36. Wow. Years ago, Kate, I used to be in the same building because I did the weather on Channel 5 and we used to cross paths.
Yeah,
was that scary?
Leaving? No, but if I'd had you know, my son's grown up now, and so I don't need to worry. If you need to worry about a mortgage and children, a lot of the viewers at home will be in that position. I totally get that. But as one gets older, you get much more relaxed. You don't have to worry about money in the same way as you do when you've got little ones at home.
We both began at something called TVAM, which was the first ITV breakfast programme.
Good Morning Britain.
Good Morning Britain. And I think we were the reason it lost its franchise.
Oh,
and as a consequence, we had to find something new to do. You went to Sky, I went into Parliament.
There we go.
There you go.
The rest is history. This is such an interesting one that I want to talk about. Ozempic guests is the headline of this. And the idea is that if you're going to a dinner party, and now there's so many people on a form of Ozempic or weight loss jab, the argument is, should you inform the host that
What is a dinner party? Are they still going on? Is this where you go and you meet people like in The Good Life? Margot is there with lovely place settings.
Yes.
I don't think that happens
Abigail's
anymore.
party.
Does it happen anymore?
People have dinner. You're always cooking for friends,
I love cooking for people.
Oh, well done.
Yeah.
And the question is, should you forewarn them that you are on one of these other brands that are available, one of these weight loss jabs? Because you lose your appetite. Is that one of the results of it?
Yes.
So my view on that is family style.
What does that mean?
Family style means put stuff in the middle and people have what they want.
Like a buffet.
Yeah, like a buffet.
People can choose the amount they want to eat.
Exactly. And then there's no problem. I'm guessing you want to plate stuff up, though, do you, when you've got people around?
Yeah, you want to make it look really pretty and beautiful. I spent 26 hours sous videing some short ribs last week, and if someone came over and said, I'm on the pen, I'm not eating it, I would have kicked them out the door, to be quite honest with you, because I put a lot of effort into that. So basically, it's saying, look, I'm only going to nibble at a few things, because if you've spent a lot of time preparing food...
But if you put it in the middle of the table, then you can have as much as you want.
But I can't do my little...
What? Do that again?
Is that an old Gaelic word?
It is. It means...
When I last went to Kay's, she opened the meal with a prawn cocktail. And I naively ate it. In future, I'll be able to say, no, I'm on Ozempic. That would be my excuse for not eating her dangerous prawn.
It is interesting how many stories we do these days and read about that involve weight loss drugs.
Yeah.
Constantly.
Well, 1.5 million people, apparently, you checked that with AI, 1.5 million people in the UK are on one of these drugs.
Yeah.
So that's an awful lot of people.
Yeah.
Just shows you. Talking of a lot of people, have you seen this lookalike competition?
I can't wait to see it. I haven't seen it yet.
I love it.
What is happening here? What's this about?
Well, there's been a bit of a craze of them recently, of people gathering together in parks. I think it even started in New York, didn't it?
It did.
Yeah, and, people trying to come in looking like celebrities. Well, there was one of somebody that we all know very well, Richard Madeley.
Who I also used to work with.
Yeah. So there was a big lookalike competition, but a very unexpected winner. So, here's the little poster that went out.
What does somebody just say? This is what we're doing this weekend. They just choose someone and they... Yeah. Oh, I love it.
And if you look like them, you've got to turn up for this together.
It's so good.
But the winner... Pug in a wig.
Oh, that's hilarious.
How did he take it? Did we ask him?
We did ask him. And
Which one is Richard Madeley?
Did the pug win?
The pug won the competition. So, of course, we broke the news to Richard this morning, and he sent the team a little video message back. Let's have a look.
Well, obviously, this is a fantastic honour. I mean, something any television presenter could only dream of. I mean, to be compared to a pug dog, it's incredible. Obviously, I look forward to meeting Larry, and perhaps one day he could sit in for me on Good Morning Britain. I mean, he could cover the lead story.
Very
Actually,
good.
him live, as opposed to this beautiful Photoshop picture, him live, it was very alike. What they were, if he let his tongue hang out.
He will kill you for saying that.
Well, I don't know, because I've been likened to a chihuahua.
Have you actually?
I have been likened to a chihuahua. I don't know if the picture is available, but anyway, because of the size of my eyes, big eyes. And I see you. What?
Oh, look!
Oh.
But do you see what I mean?
Yes.
You see the big eyes there?
Yes,
like...
I do.
Now, what, Kay, what
Any
animal...
thoughts on what
I
animal?
think he looks like Joe Biden there in that photograph.
Oh,
Uncle
me?
Joe, yeah.
That's not
Well,
And
you
the
know
dog.
that story then, do you?
No,
Yeah.
I don't know that
You're
story.
joking, you don't know the story.
No, I didn't know. I don't
you
know
get
about this.
mistaken for him?
3 years ago, I'm sure the team told you this.
No.
No, this is what?
This is horrifying.
Okay.
3 years ago, I was in Cork, in County Dublin.
Happy gets.
County Cork.
Animated, he's
And
off.
I'm walking along the street, I think quite normally, and from the other side of the road, a guy begins shouting at me, "Hey, good to see you, Joe. Welcome to Ireland." My wife turns on me and says, "You silly old man, you're shuffling along. Walk properly." So I've since been going to a physiotherapist to try and improve my walk. I can tell you, I know where I am today. It's not Dublin. It's, where are we? London.
We're in London.
Isn't that alarming?
Oh,
I was
that is
genuinely
hilarious.
mistaken for Joe Biden. Oh, dear.
Bit more fake tan, and I don't know.
Kay, you get confused with anyone?
So I get confused. I don't see it. Chrissy Hind?
Oh, yeah. That's good.
Not really.
I'm not sure that's
No.
Well, I see.
fair
Because of
representation there.
Maybe it's the hair.
Yeah, maybe it's the hair. However-
Both very gifted.
The dog I get confused for is an Irish setter.
Oh.
I love that we're doing just dog lookalike. Oh, you see, that's gorgeous.
Oh, my word.
That's Paddy.
Is that your dog?
Yeah.
Paddy?
Oh,
Yeah.
what a beauty.
He is a beauty.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they
Oh,
you know, my
that's
mates used to
charming.
joke, I think because of my eyebrows, I used to get told I looked a bit like Simba. What about you, Craig? Do you have a lookalike?
Well, I tell you, I used to get
Karate Kid.
I used to get called Ralph DiMaggio when I was a kid. I lost most of my fights, but sadly, I don't look like that anymore. No, yeah, but no dogs. Only when they walk away. That's where the similarities are. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for visiting our This Morning YouTube channel. Now, we upload new content every day, so go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out. And we'll see you in the morning.